Thank you for coming back to this channel, The Physics Mindset. And we are here to deliver information to you, the information about solar energies or technologies, electrical energies, and electronics. But we have started with the solar. I think we have gone a bit far away on solar systems. We started with the solar panels, then we went on, we saw the regulators. Now we're on the batteries. We are going to cover also the batteries, then we cover the inverter, meaning we shall be covering the full set of solar system. Okay, and this system, if you have been following us from the beginning, from the solar panels, the regulator or charge controllers, then now we are on the battery or the solar batteries. And we are going to see after the solar batteries, then we see the solar inverters. After getting the inverters, meaning you have got enough knowledge for solar installations, it means you can install solar system, any sizing you can do, because I give you also a bit of small calculations when you want to calculate for a solar panel. Then we went on and we saw the calculation on how to get a solar charge regulator or controller, which you can use on any system. The simplest formulas I give, please master them or write them down so that you can use them on a project, on a solar system or solar project you get. You can use those simple calculations or formula I'm giving you. Now today we are going to look at the batteries. The batteries. What are the batteries? What is a solar battery? You know, in solar system, during day like this time, it is day, okay? Solar panels are producing electricity or electrons. These electrons go to our loads. Some bulbs can work when when the sun is there. All the solar panels, as I told you, solar panels work only when the sun is available. At night, solar panels have no use at night. They have more use during day. At night, they don't work. Now, during day, they produce electricity. Okay? During day, they produce electricity. And this electricity is in DC, direct current. Okay? Now, this electricity will go to our loads. Either you have wired your system, a fridge, lights, TVs, phone charging. During day, this solar panel will deliver electricity to your gadgets. Okay, you can see TVs for whatever hour you want, whatever time, minutes. Your fans, you can switch on your fans, switch off the fridges, switch on the TVs. You can use all your electronic gadgets or electrical gadgets in your home to use during day, because solar panel is going to deliver direct electricity to your appliances. Now check. These appliances cannot finish all the power from the panel. What the next? There are some excess or that excess power which is not used by your electrical gadgets or electronic gadgets in the house. The gadgets I mean, those are the TVs, the radio, the fan, the fridges, and the lights. Okay? During day. I'm talking about during day. Now, these gadgets can finish all electricity from the solar panel. We came up to know that this excess electricity which is left and is not used by our gadgets, meaning instead of wasting it, okay, we need to use it at night. We need to use it at night. And this idea came up, and they saw solar panels at night, they don't work. And that is how they take the engineers, they join the hands, the IEE, the Institute of Electrical Engineers. They combine the ideas, remember, and they said we can come up with a battery to store this excess power which is not used during day. Okay, our TVs have got their power, the fan, the radio, and the lights. they are working during day because of sun is there and solar panel is powering them. Now at night, this solar panel is not going to power them. Where are we going to get the power from? Okay, now we came up with the battery to store this excess power which is not used from the panel. Okay, and we said, and we got our definition of the question. The question is, what is a solar battery? Then we came up with a solar battery is a device used to store electricity generated by a solar panel or generated from a solar panel. A solar panel generates electricity which is in DC, direct current. Then we have to store it. We get this device which is the battery, and it stores electricity which is generated from the solar panels. Okay, and that is the definition of the battery. These batteries, it stores power from the panels. Okay, that is during day. Then at night, it stores power from the panel with the help of a regulator. You see, as we are going slowly, we first finished the solar panels, then we went on the solar charge controllers or regulators. Now we are seeing that these charge regulators are helping us to charge the battery. Okay, like how we saw the types of charge regulators, which are the PWM, the pulse width modulation, and the MPPT, the MPPT, okay, which are helping us to charge the battery. Whereby, even though like the MPPTs, even though it is cloudy or rainy, this charge controller, the MPPT, will increase the voltage for our panel, for our batteries to charge. Okay, those maximum power point tracking. Now we are seeing, let us see these batteries. What are they? Do we have some useful or importance for them in our solar system? Because you can design your solar system without a battery. Okay, and it will work during day. Your lights will work, your TV can work, your radio, your fan, your fridge. Okay, now at night, meaning you'll be in dark, or your gadgets will not work. Now the battery, here comes the use of a battery or the importance of the battery. One is to back up during power cuts. It's to back up during the power cuts, meaning it backs up when the power goes off. Okay, if the panel is not working, let's try an example. You have electricity and you have also solar. When power goes or power cuts, it comes when this power cut, meaning when the power or electricity, that AC has gone, alternative current has gone. Okay, this solar panel, one of its importance, the solar battery, one of its importance is to back up your systems. Meaning, if you're watching a TV and electricity goes, these solar batteries will back up with the help of an inverter for your system to work. You will even not know. If you get a good technician, we shall see how to wire these things automatic, using the automatic inverter. You will not know that power has gone, but it will work automatic to back up your system. And if you're watching news, the TV will not, it will slightly blink when the backup has started working, when power has gone. That is the backing up. Okay, and it is done by the batteries. Without the batteries, you will be in dark when power cuts. But these batteries have helped us. That's when power cuts, our light will remain working automatic using the automatic inverters. Okay, now another point is the better use of solar energy. The better use of solar energy. These batteries, the solar batteries, they have a better use in solar energy. Without these batteries, we can't have power at night. Meaning, it improves and advances the solar system, and it gets better use in solar energies, because without batteries, our panels can light the lights, okay, using direct sun. But at night, the panels are not going to work, meaning the batteries will back up and help us to light our solar lights or the TVs or all the electronic or electrical gadgets in the house, okay? And it is better for use of solar energy. It makes solar energy to be better and advanced as technology is moving and advancing. Another best importance of these batteries, which I mostly like as a technician, as an engineer, I like this point. It reduces electricity bills. It reduces electricity bills. How can you feel when your bills are coming down? You know, we say solar energy is expensive initially. Okay? Initially it's expensive. But in the long run, you will see your money which you invented, which you input, the money you inputted in your solar system, in the long run, after some years, small few months, you will see when you're not paying the bills. Let us say all your houses, you wired your house with the bulbs, TVs, fan, the fridge. And every month, remember, there is no free electricity. Whatever country you are, either America, European countries, African countries, Asian countries, there is no free electricity. The only free electricity is from sun. But this electricity, the free electricity is the sun, which is the solar, and which we are having the lessons. Okay? Or AC or alternative current, which is generated by different type of electrical sources, or hydro or wind, okay, or some chemical materials, they will charge you, that is the electricity bill or electrical bills, okay? They install for you a meter so that you will be counted. Whatever wattage you use, you will pay for it. Now comes the solar system, okay? The batteries, okay? By the help of the batteries, your TV can work at night or during day. Your lights, security lights or indoor lights will work during day or at night using the help of the battery, that is solar system. And you'll find when your bills are coming down, your bills will go down, okay? Because there is no free bill. After today, let's say this month you have been you are paying your electricity bill 1,000 euros. Next month, after installing your solar system, you will find yourself paying 2 or half of the bill. You are saving it. From 1,000 you're paying 1,000 you're paying 500. You see how you're reducing the bills? And in the long run, you will find when you are not using this electricity. Once you know the use of a solar system, gadgets need electricity because it's highly efficient than a bit of solar system. But if you install more of the power bank, I mean the battery, it can work exactly the same way with electricity. Now, this point, I love it because it reduces electricity bill and you can have some money in your pocket. Because of the free sun given by God, you are having all your electronic gadgets in the house, electrical gadgets working. The TVs, the fridge, the phone charging, the lights, security lights, the cameras, all can work on the battery, supported by the solar panel to charge it every day. Okay? Now, we want to see why, if after seeing the importance that it reduces the electricity bills, it's better use of solar energy, it backs up during power cutoffs. Okay? Power if power goes off, these batteries, they back up and life goes on. You know, when power goes off and you start looking for candles, for paraffin to light your house, okay? Technician or electricians, when you are doing your pipe work, always tell the client that do 2 pipe works, one for electrical, another one for solar for emergency or backups so that you avoid buying of candles when power has cut off, okay? Or putting all your lights on solar sometimes, then you only put your TV on electricity. Some people can put every gadget on solar so that you save 100% your electrical bills, okay? And this is solar. Now, let us see these solar batteries, which store electricity generated from the solar panels, okay? They have also type. We don't have one type of battery. We have types of batteries, okay? I'm going to give you hint and some brief of types of the batteries, okay? There are batteries we use for powdered, which is for solar, or in our electronic gadgets, okay? They are one with lead acids, with acid in them, okay? And let me give you some of the bits and names of some of the types of the batteries. Solar, any type of battery in your solar system, as long as you have calculated it well, you have installed it well, you are maintaining it well, and it will power your gadgets the way you want it. Let's jump and see the types of solar batteries. Okay, now here comes on the types of batteries. I'm going to give you a few types of batteries, but I told you any battery can work on solar, but solar has specific batteries which are the one which are powdered, but any battery can work. It depends on where you are going to install or the situation you're going to install the batteries or your solar system, okay? You can use the one with acid, you can use the one with powdered, okay? This powdered is a material inside. It is just a material, okay? Material inside. Instead of a liquid or acid, they put powder, okay? Now, we have types of batteries. Let us start with the lead acid battery. The lead acid batteries, these batteries, you know them. They are the one in cars, okay? Their name comes from the liquid which is inside. This is the lead acid battery. These are the flooded lead acid batteries in the cars, okay? Which I think you have also come across the AGM, which is the absorbent glass mat. AGM, the absorbent glass mat, is the full name of AGM. I know you have come also across GEL. All these fall under the lead acid battery. Now, we have also the lithium ion battery. The lithium ion batteries. Lithium ion batteries, these are the examples of the lithium ion batteries. These are lithium cobalt oxide, lithium cobalt, which is called LCO, lithium cobalt oxide. These are the ones you find in phones. These lithium ion batteries, they are used in phones, okay? Your Samsung phone, your iPhone, all phones, those batteries in phone, okay? They are of lithium ion battery. And there is also nickel, manganese, cobalt, NMC, nickel, manganese, cobalt. Also, those are type of, they fall under lithium ion batteries. This nickel, manganese, cobalt, they are found in electric vehicles, okay? These electric vehicles, they use this nickel, manganese, cobalt, and some power tools like drills, the saws which you use when you're doing some technical works, okay? Even the iPhone batteries, they fall under nickel, manganese, cobalt, okay? The iPhone batteries. Now, this lead acid battery, lithium ion battery, and we have the third one, nickel cadmium battery. Nickel cadmium battery. These are the rechargeable, the AA, you find the rechargeable ones, which you can use in cameras. I'm just giving you types of batteries, but we have the one we use for solar, okay? Then these nickel cadmium batteries, they are used in AA, those are the rechargeable. They are used in railway backup, okay? When the train is starting, they have that backup, okay? That backup which starts Also, they are used in aircraft starters. They are used as aircraft starters in the helicopters or in the planes. When those are they want to start a plane. Those are what? The nickel cadmium type of battery. Okay, they are used as aircraft starters or railway or train starting. They are also used in what? In these power tools. The power tools, those are the drills and the saws, okay, which are rechargeable. They use this nickel cadmium. Okay. Now there is also another type which I can give you is the flow. This is let us call it the fourth type. We call it flow. The flow battery. The flow type of batteries, these are normally found these are industrial. Okay, they're industrial, they are flow, they are liquid. Okay, their material is liquid. Sometimes you can find graphic phosphate. They are liquid in their material, not powdered, and it is not common. They are found on big commercial or big industrial. Okay, to power those big industrial works or machines, we use the flow batteries because they work in big system. You power also the source of power. If it is solar, it must be a plant. Okay, as I told you, a plant or solar array is when you have a lot of panels mounted powering a project. Okay, now we shall use these flow batteries, and we need to see how and where do we install these batteries. Like we have the types of the lead acid battery, the lithium battery, cadmium batteries. Okay, how far do we install these batteries from the ground to the charge regulator? They must be near the charge regulator. Okay, like 2 meters. Okay, because some batteries give out some fumes. Now regulator will be like 2 meters from the battery for you, so that it can be able to charge your battery. Now we shall see also these batteries. How are these batteries? How do they connect it with the solar system? We start with the solar panel, which receives the sun. Okay, then after receiving the sun, there is that process which is called the photovoltaic effect takes place. After the sun hits this panel, the photovoltaic effect takes place and it generates the electricity, which is in DC current or the direct current. Okay, now this DC current goes to the regulator. Okay, now the regulator regulates it to the power which is needed for the battery to charge. Okay, then the regulator, after regulating it, it sends it to the battery, and the battery will start charging. Okay, after charging, then after some time at night, this battery is the energy which is stored during day, or the excess energy which was not used by the loads during day. It was stored in the battery, and at night these batteries are used. The energy stored is being used again to the loads by the help of a regulator. Also now a regulator picks power from the battery, then it sends to the load, and that's how we connect it from the panel regulator, then from the regulator to the battery, then from the battery to the regulator, then from the regulator to the loads. Which loads are the TVs, the fan, the lights, the fridge. Okay, one of the applications where these batteries are applied. Okay, applications. Okay, now where do we apply these batteries? Okay, one are residentials. Residentials. These are home, okay? Our homes, those are the residentials where people stay, okay? And another where else do we, because in our residentials where people stay at home, okay, this battery is going to help us to light our TVs, to light our lights, to switch on our fans, to do a lot of things, to charge our phones. That is residential. And we have seen that these batteries are useful at our homes, okay? Where else do these batteries being applied? Commercial. Commercial, I'm talking about offices and shops. These are businesses, okay? These are business. Office is just as a business because we call it commercial. How does it help us in offices? To back up when you're doing some work at your laptop, okay? These batteries, they help us to back up. When power goes, when you haven't finished your work, this battery can help by the use of one of the electronic gadgets to back up your system. These gadgets are called the APS. Some use APS. A is American Power Supply, that is APS. Or they use UPS, uninterrupted power supply. Those are the machine to back up. They have batteries, small batteries, to help you to finish up your work on the laptop. Okay? Now it means it helps us in the office by use of those APS and UPS. APS, we said, is an American power supply in full, and UPS is uninterrupted power supply. Meaning uninterrupted UPS, meaning when power goes, you will not be interrupted. You will finish your work and download your work, finish your work, then close the laptop. Meaning that UPS is more good in the office. Uninterrupted power supply. Then in the shops when power goes, this battery will back up and lights will be on for our customers to buy things, and also the seller to sell things in the shop. You see how the batteries are helping us? Okay. Now another thing where we apply these batteries, where else? Let's check in the rural areas or remote areas. Not rural, let us call it remote areas. Remote areas, I mean areas where our grid can't go. It's very hard to take our electricity that side. Those are the remote areas or the village areas. Okay? Power is not reaching that side, meaning we have sun, which is available. Let us power the villages with the solar system by the use of the battery to power our villages during night. And this battery will be helpful in our villages or mountainous areas. You know, it is very hard for mountainous areas for these electric poles to be put in mountainous areas because of the relief or the altitude of the areas. Okay, these areas, the mountainous areas, we end up using solar system by the use of a battery to power our home states with the battery to back up our system. Okay, solar system is best in those areas, in mountainous areas, in villages where power hasn't reached there. Okay, and another area we have seen the residence, the commercial, the remote areas, which are the villages. Then where else? In the comment, give me where we can apply the solar batteries, where the solar batteries can help us. Another thing is street lights. I've remembered this. Street lights. These are the one they call the standalone solar panels with a panel on top, then a battery on sides, then a light. You know, this battery, there is an inverter there, meaning a system is covered in a small area. and the pole is supporting all that system. There is a battery, a panel, then a solar light and a regulator in one system there. Those are what we call the solar lights, the street lighting. Okay, those street lights, and they use an automatic switch. They don't have a switch. These lights, they have what we call light emitting diode, which is light emitting diode. This diode, you know, these lights, those security lights are like this. They give light. They're on the pole. This is the pole. This is the pole goes. Now we have a panel on top of the pole. Our batteries are on the side, and this is the light. Okay, this is our solar light. Now this solar light, on top of them here, they have a light. This is light dependent resistor. Light dependent resistor, LDR. A light dependent resistor. When sun, it's an electronic component. We shall talk about when we reach in electronics. Okay, this on top of this light, you know, this light, some people ask, how do they switch on themselves? They don't have a center where someone switches on. It has a sensor, light dependent resistor. Now this sensor, when the sun comes, okay, when the sun comes, that's a brief on this security, though we are talking about the batteries, but I can't forget to give you a brief hint about the solar lights. When the sun comes, this sensor senses the sun or heat, okay, and the resistance, this light dependent resistance, its resistance increases. And once the resistance increases, the flow of current from the battery is not going to the lights, to the LEDs, light emitting diodes, which are LEDs. These are LED, light emitting diode. But this sensor is light dependent resistor. It is a type of a resistor. Okay, when light comes, its resistance increases and it fails the electrons from the battery to flow to the light emitting diodes, the lights, and the lights will switch off automatic. Now when it comes in the evening, when the sun is going off, the resistance of this light dependent resistor, it reduces. The resistance reduces. Once the resistance reduces, the flow of current from the battery will flow and will pass through the cable. Then you'll have your light. Okay, that is done every day in the morning and in the evening. Okay, there is no one who switches off these lights. Okay, it is only done by a sensor which is on the bulb on top. Now we have seen the street lights, we have seen the remote areas, the villages, the mountain areas, the commercial areas, which are the offices and the shops, and the residential areas, which is our home. Okay, now industrial areas also is an application where we can put our batteries. We have industrial areas. What do I mean here? The industrial areas, I mean this battery, they can be connected. Like the way I told you, there are some types of batteries which are industrial, like the flow type of battery, which is called flow batteries. They use liquid. They are big in size, and they need high power, meaning you must connect to a solar plant. They help us to run the machineries, the machines in the factory. Okay, yes, this battery, the flow type, it helps us to run the machines in the factory in case power has failed or generators have failed. Then these batteries can help to run our machines in the factory, also to light the systems, the computers, all the security lights, and all the electronic component, all the electronic machines, electrical machines in the factory. Yes, here it comes, industrial areas, and these are part of the areas we apply the batteries. The residential, commercial, remote areas, which are villages, the street lights, okay, the industrial areas. Without this battery, these places will go dark. The machines in the factory will not work. The security lights at night will not work because the panel during at night, it doesn't work. The remote areas in the village, mountainous areas, there are no electrical poles. It is very hard to pass the electrical poles in these mountainous areas because of the relief or the plateau. And without the battery or the solar system, these areas will remain in black or in dark situations. Now there is also commercial. We said in commercial we have offices whereby we use the UPS and APS. Okay. In shops we use the battery backup for our customers to see what to buy and the seller to see what is selling. The residential homes, we saw that in our homes, these solar batteries or solar system, they help us in lighting our TVs, lighting our lights, security lights, fans, and the fridge and other electronic gadgets like charging, okay? Charging our phones, okay? Now, what else? Thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping your time with us, the Physics Mindset, as we are here to deliver the information to you. Next video, we shall be looking at the advantages of the battery and the disadvantages of the battery. Thank you for watching the types, everything on the Physics Mindset. Subscribe, like, and share to others who are willing to learn what you are learning today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video about the disadvantages and the advantages of the battery, solar batteries. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you.